Did you know that you can use NLB libraries like a free code-sharing workspace and that there are free video streaming platforms from NLB too? Watch on to find out about the 10 cool things you can do in NLB which you didn't know of, and trust me, you will be shocked. So, for a start, if you have to work from home but cannot do so because there's always a renovation near your house, don't worry. There's a free co-working space in NLB libraries. Like, seriously. Do you know that just like a coffee shop, you can chop seats at the library? And no, we don't mean chop by leaving all your chemistry homework on the table as if your chemistry homework is a pad of tissue paper. There's a proper chopping system at NLB libraries now, and it's called the seat booking system. You can head onto the seat booking website to see which libraries near you are open for seat booking and choose how long you want to book the seat for. You can even book a seat for up to 4 hours, and each seat usually will come with power outlets, so you can use your laptop to complete your PowerPoint presentations for next week's Zoom meeting. So yes, it was almost like a co-working space, and it's common to see people working there. But what if you really need to do a Zoom meeting? Well, you cannot do it at the seat, just like you cannot do it at your seat in your office. I'm hinting you, you always like to take meetings at your seat to show off how hardworking you are, you performative kid. Don't worry, you can actually book meeting rooms too. Have a group project coming up or just need a room to meet with team members? Here's the shocker. There are indeed project and meeting rooms at the libraries across Singapore for you to book and use. For example, one of the libraries where the project and meeting rooms are available for booking is Jurong Regional Library. The rooms are open daily from 10 AM to 8 PM and each room can fit a maximum of 8 pairs. There's even a room called the Tomato Room at Mo Kio Library which is available for booking daily. It even comes with a motorized drop-down screen, multimedia projector, a flip chart stand and a whiteboard with markers. Sadly, no tomatoes inside the room though. There are also project and meeting rooms available at Woodlands Regional Library. But unlike seats, you have to pay for meeting rooms. As for the cost, it varies, so you should check out the NLB website, but it's relatively affordable. Now, next is something you likely did not expect. Nevertheless, some of you kiasu Singaporeans might have already known this. You can actually read newspaper and magazines for free in NLB. Yes, for free. All NLB libraries in Singapore allow you to read newspaper like the Straits Times, the Business Times, Washington Post, the Guardian, and more. You can just walk into an NLB library and you can read all the physical newspapers and magazines for free. If no uncles are using them to cover their faces as they sleep. Or if you are feeling lazy, or it's raining, or if you just don't want to leave the house, a lot of these newspapers and magazines are available online via NLB too. And we are talking about the full version without those annoying paywalls. Specifically, you can access the SPH newspaper like the Straits Times and Business Times via NLB's SPH Media newspaper link. Magazines like The Economist and international newspaper like the Washington Post can be accessed via Press Reader. If that's confusing, don't worry. That's what the NLB app exists for. It makes accessing these newspaper and magazines much easier. Just open the NLB app, and on the first page, you'll see a button called E-Newspapers and E-Magazines, and another button, SPH Media Newspapers already. That's where your newspapers and magazines are. Yeah, now you can finally know about current affairs for free without watching some stupid blue cat talking about current affairs. So you can unsubscribe from the blue cat's YouTube channel. And if you're If you are someone who enjoys making the best use of your time while on the go, you are likely subscribed to podcasts on Spotify or read lots of ebooks. Or you might be tempted to sign up for Blinkist, a service which delivers 15-minute insights from popular ebooks right to your ears. Did you know that as an NLB member, you'll also be able to use Blinkist for free? Yeah, the advertisement to us are pretty much pointless. Instead of paying $95 to $195 a year, you can log in with your NLB library account to get access to over 9,000 titles for free. And it's not just Blinkist, you can also access LinkedIn Learning for free. LinkedIn Learning is touted as one of the best places to upskill and get certifications for professionals looking to develop their careers, or even pivot. But what if you prefer to read full ebooks? It's free too. Do you know that you can borrow ebooks to read on your NLB app like it's a physical book? Yes, this means it's a free Kindle if you think about it. However, if you think that each title has unlimited copies since it's a digital version, you are wrong. There are, just like physical books, limited copies for each title. So if a title has all its copies fully loaned out, you have to reserve it. What I understand is that popular titles are usually always loaned out as more people are borrowing ebooks. So if your book is fully loaned out, you can borrow the physical book. And here's the thing, borrowing physical books are no longer as time-consuming as it used to be. Because you can even have them delivered to your house like you are buying an item from Shopee. Well, firstly, if you are too lazy to go down the library or you just want to check out the availability first, you can access NLB's online catalogue. It will tell you where the book you want is located in and if it's available. Now, if you are staying in Tampines and the book is only available in Jurong West, it doesn't mean you need to journey to the west like Sun Wukong. NLB has a borrow and deliver service that you can use for a fee of $8.72. Each delivery can accommodate up to 4 books, so that's just about $2.18 per book. To return, you also don't need to travel all the way to Jurong West. You can drop your book at any NLB's book drop located just outside the library, and they will put it back where it came from. And oh, in case you are not aware, if you are at the library, you can also use your NLB app to scan the book's QR code and borrow on the spot. QR for the staff to chop the due date on the first page of the book is for dinosaurs, and dinosaurs. But if you want to, you can also head to the library, not for the books, but for events. There are all sorts of hidden spaces in NLB's facilities island-wide which you can book for your events. And when we say hidden, we really mean hidden. You know, the kind that you only find about when you accidentally watch a YouTube video at 3 AM where an animated blue cat is telling you about NLB features for some reason. Looking to book an auditorium? There's an older theatre at the National Archive, Merpati Hall at the Geylang East Library, or the auditorium at Woodlands Library. Want to do an exhibition to showcase your Labubu collection? There are all sorts of exhibition spaces which you can book at the NLB Library too. Just looking for a simple multi-purpose space, you can book all sorts of such spaces at the NLB building too, like the Port, the Imagination Room, Possibility Room, and whatnot. The rates for different spaces obviously are different. Events are not for you? Well, then you might love music. Today's sponsor is Creeper's Barber. Tired of reaching the barber shop and your favorite barber isn't there? Want to look good for your date, but you cannot because there's a long queue and your hair now looks like a mop? Time for a haircut at Creeper's Barber. Yes, it's the vibrant barber shop you see everywhere, and they are bringing the barber shop into the 21st century. This means no more reading old comic books while you wait for your haircut. In Creeper's Barber, you will not have to wait hours to get a trim or a buzz cut. Now, you can book an appointment with your favorite barber directly from your phone. You can check your barber's schedule, book your appointment, and skip the night entirely. Download the Creeper's Barber app today. The app link is in the description, or you can scan the QR code here. Now, back to the video. Looking to start a band? NLB has your back too. There's a silent studio at level 5 of the Central Arts Library, located at Victoria Street, NLB Library. Now, even though it's called silent studio, you are allowed to make noise inside. Inside the studio, there's an electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, classical guitar, bass guitar, a digital piano, a drum kit, a mixer, microphones, music stands, and headphones provided in the studio. So yes, basically, the whole band starter pack. In the studio, you can jam out to music, rehearse your music, record music, or even just practice the instruments. The room fits a maximum of 7 packs, which is perfect for one band, or just 6 friends and that one guy who is only here for the vibes. The room is open from 10 AM to 8 PM daily, and you can book it for a maximum of 2 hours daily. It costs $10.69 per hour to book the room on a weekday, and $14.77 per hour to book the room on a weekend. Well, we have all been there, listening to a neighbor's kid practice the same 4 bars on the piano for hours every day. But instead of just complaining to a neighbor about it, now you can present your neighbor with a solution. And the solution is the most hidden gem of the hidden gems in NLB. NLB has a piano practice room which members of the public can book to practice piano. And yes, the piano is already inside the room, so you can assure your neighbor that they don't have to move their piano to the library lah. Also, the piano is not some toy piano you can buy from Toys R Us. The piano inside is a baby grand acoustic piano. The piano practice room is located at level 5 of the Central Arts Library, located at the Victoria Street NLB building. The room holds a maximum of 3 packs and is open from 10 AM to 8 PM daily. But the same rule as the silent studio applies. You can only book the room for a maximum of 2 hours a day. It's for you to practice piano, not to camp. It costs $8.65 per hour to book the piano practice room on a weekday, and $12.22 per hour to book the piano practice room on a weekend. Now, before I end, there's one last hidden gem you likely would not have expected. Enough with our Netflix and Disney Plus subscription lah. NLB also provides access to free video streaming services, and you can find all sorts of content on these streaming services. You can access award-winning documentaries, TV shows, movies, foreign films, classical movies, educational videos, concerts, operas, ballets, children-friendly media, and more, simply by virtue of your NLB membership. For example, Access Video On Demand, also known as AVOD, allow library patrons to access documentaries, TV shows, and movies. Canopy General Collection offers movies, documentaries, foreign films, classic movies, independent films, and educational videos. Manichi TV offers the world's largest video-on-demand catalogue in the classical music industry, with concerts, operas, ballets, documentaries, master classes, and jazz programs to stream in high definition. Access to these movies, documentaries, and other videos are available in all NLB libraries. Or if you are too lazy to head out, these platforms are accessible online as well, via the NLB site or the NLB app. Now, if you are surprised at how many facilities NLB has, share this with your friends and surprise them too lah. Don't keep this as a hidden gem. After all, the content in libraries are usually not brain rot content. Because do you know that brain rot content can effectively make you lazier and even reduce your lifespan? Watch this and you will understand. Also, if you want to advertise with us, even as a standalone video, do contact us. Thank you for spending almost 10 minutes with me. I really appreciate it and hope you learned something.